chapter 10. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah: Shem, Ham, Japheth, and unto them were sons born after the flood. And the sons of Japheth, Gomer and Magog, and Madai, and Yavan, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Tiras. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz, and Riphtah, and Togarmah. And the sons of Yavan, Elishah, and Tarshish, Kiti, and Dodani. Of these were the isles of the nations divided in their lands, every one after his tongue, after their families, in their nations. The sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. And the sons of Cush, Savah, and Havilah, and Saptah, and Ramah, and Saptakah. And the sons of Ramah, Shavah, and Dedan. And Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. And he was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord. And in the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. Out of that land went forth Asher, and builded Nineveh, and Rehoboth, and Calah, and Rezin between Nineveh and Calah, the same as the great city. And Mizraim begat Ludim, and Anamim, and Lahabim, and Naphtuhim, and Pathrazim, and Cashluhim, whence went forth the Philistines, and Captorim. And Canaan begot Zidon, his firstborn, in Heth, and the Jebusite, and the Amorite, and the Girgashite, and the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Sinite, and the Arvadite, and the Zemarite, and the Hamathite, and afterward were the families of the Canaanite spread abroad. And the border of the Canaanites was from Zidon, as you go toward Gerar, unto Gaza, as you go as towards Sodom, and Gomorrah, and Admah, and Zeboim, unto Lasha. These are the sons of Ham, after their families, after their tongues, and their lands, and the nations. And unto Shem, the father of all the children of Eber, and the elder brother of Japheth, to him also were children born. The sons of Shem, Elam, and Asher, and Arpachshad, and Lud, and Aram. And the sons of Aram, Uts, and Hul, and Gether, and Mash. And Arpachshad begat Shelah, and Shelah begat Eber. And unto Eber were born two sons. The name of the one was Peleg, for in his days was the earth divided, and his brother's name was Yoktan. And Yoktan begat Almodad, and Sheleph, and Hazarmaveth, and Yerah, and Hadaram, and Hutzal, and Diklah, and Obal, and Abimael, and Shavah, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Yobab. All these were the sons of Yoktan. And their dwelling was from Meshah, as you go as towards Sephar, unto the mountain of the east. These are the sons of Shem, after their families, after their tongues, in their lands, after their nations. These are the families of the sons of Noah, after their generations in their nations. And these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. All right, we're going to go back up to verse 1. Now today, Noah died in the last chapter. And today we're going to have the generations, or the genealogies, or the listings of the births, the recordings, the reckonings here of the births. And these were all the sons that are going to be born from Noah. In the days they were born. It doesn't give these time periods, and the chronological order would be probably quite complicated to put together. But anyway, it's the order of the births, as we're going to find out. As I've explained many times, a name is more than a name. A name is something that people know you by. It's your persona, so to speak. When somebody says your name in particular to you, your image or your persona instantly comes forth to that person, so we know who we're talking about. And that's just what a name is. It's really a persona that you fill up. And we're going to pick it up here in verse 1. and we're going to translate some of these names as we're going to go through. A lot of these names are derived from a foreign language outside the Hebrew language, and some of the translations have been under interpretation. Verse 1. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and unto them were the sons born after the flood. And these are the ones who were born from Noah, his sons that go forth. A son is somebody who's going to carry on your Shem. Noah means the one who remains, the one who is going to find the rest. Shem means name. Shem means that presence. Ham, as we have went over, it means heated, hot, prepared, something that's prepared. And Japheth means to open or to reveal, discover. And unto them were sons born after the flood. And unto them, after the flood, after they got out of the ark and everything, they started to resettle the earth just like the Lord commanded, which you're going to do one way or the other. They began to have sons, and that's those that would go forth from them to carry on their Shems. To the sons of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, and Madai, and Yaban, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Tiras. And the sons of Japheth means that one that opens. He was the youngest. Is Gomer. Gomer means to complete or end. Magog is that land of Gog. Madai, or means the middle land. It's sometimes Media, or the Medes, as it's been referred to, Madai. And it means the middle land, or that land in the center, which is that land of Gog. And Yavan is the effects of wine, giving off the effects, or that effect, Tuba. You shall be brought. And Tiras means to be drawn, or be come out, drawn out. And the end is come unto the land of Gog, and the middle land, it's given off the effect. It's given off that effect that you shall be brought out, or drawn out. 3. The sons of Gomer were Ashkenaz, and Riphtah, and Togarmah. The sons of Gomer, which was that end, was Ashkenaz. Ashkenaz is that a man is anointed. There's an anointed one. And Riphat has spoken. And Togarmah, you will break her. The anointed one has spoken, and you will break her. 4. The son of Yaban, Elisha, Tarshish, Gitti, and Dodani. These are going to be the sons of Yavan. Yavan means that effect. It's giving off that effect, or the effervescence, we could say, of wine. Elisha is the mighty one is coming. The mighty one is coming. And Tarshish, to that region of yellow stones. Gitti, it's the eternal, or that living one. Dodanim, the leaders. 5 of these were the isles of the nations divided in the lands, everyone after their tongue, after the families in their nations, everyone after their own language. We're going to find out. We're going to skip back and forth in this, and this is going to be later on when the nations are divided. We're going to find out. It has a time when they are. We'll get to that in the next chapter. 6. And the sons of Ham was Cush, Mithraim, Phut, and Canaan. These were the sons of Ham, was Cush. Cush, what means darkness, or to be dark. And Mithraim, or those that are hemmed in, or closed in, and we get that because it also means the land of crypts, land of cops, graves, and places like that. It may be Egypt. And Put and Canaan. Put means a bow to show strength, and Canaan, we remember Canaan, the one who was humbled, or the one who suffered that humility. Now, 7, and the sons of Cush, Sabah, and Havilah, and Sabta, and Ramah, and Sabtaka, and the sons of Ramah, Sheva, and Dedan. And these would be the sons of Cush. That's those that come forth from darkness. There was Sabah, and you drank. And Havilah means to go around in circles pleasantly. Be pleasantly going around in a circle. We're going to get this understanding somebody's drunk. Somebody's drunk and they're dancing. And Ramah, quivering in the wind, stricken, Sabtaka, and the sons of Ramah, that's those that were quivering in the wind. Sheba is means to 7 or an oath, or to be completely, to be of your oath, to be stricken completely of your oath. Dedan means in the low country, or low country. 8, and Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. Now Cush begets, or gives birth to, and Cush means dark or darkness, those of darkness, and begins Nimrod. Nimrod is going to be a character. Nimrod means the valiant. It means the valiant. He begins to be a mighty one in the earth, or a great one that's going to stand up and have rule, we'll find out. 9, he was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord. And he was a mighty hunter. A hunter is somebody that lays in wait. And that's what he was, somebody who lays in wait to slay. 10, in the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Assad, and Calneh, and the land of Shinar. And these was the beginning of his kingdom, that dominion he was to be king over. Babel. Babel means confusion. Erech means that's long, or lengthened, of lengthy. Assad means subtle, a subtleness. And Calneh is the fortress of Anu. Anu was a Babylonian deity that was worshipped, a deity of confusion. We'll find out dates all the way back to the Sumerians. A man-made deity, nonetheless. And this was all in the land of Shinar, and that's the country of two rivers. A country of two rivers, or the place where the waters were divided, split. One went this way and one went that way. Obviously, one went the right way and one went another way that would be cut off. 11. Out of the land went forth Asher, and builded Nineveh, and Rehoboth, and Calah. And out of that land, the land we were talking about of Shinar, that country of two rivers, or that place where the understandings were divided, Babel, confusion, went forth Asher. Asher means progress, a step up, a step forward, a little progress. We're going to find out what they built there. And they built Nineveh. Nineveh is the abode of Ninus. Ninus was some king, but we have maybe fictitious. We don't really know. The thing is it was a kingdom established long ago, and even the Persians copied, where the understandings, they made a gate going into the city after every religion, and there was many gates, many religions, and they was combined to live in some form of peace. And Calah is that same great city. Kala means the place of vigor. And he also built Rehoboth Ir. Rehoboth Ir is these wide places of the streets, or these places where in the streets they'll gather. And Rezin is between Nineveh and Calah, that same great city, 12. And Nineveh, or Rezin means the bridle, or that place of control. It's between Nineveh and Calah, 13. And Mizraim begot Ludim, and Anamim, and Lahabim, and Naphtuhim. And Mizraim, we remember Mizraim, this is those that was hemmed in the land of Copts, begot Ludim, and Ludim is those of travailings. That's those got a lot of travailing, pain, labor. Anamim are the afflictions, those that are afflicted, especially by water or the understandings. Lahabim, the flames in the judgments of the Naphtuhim, and that's those openings and revealings. That's those small judgments coming forth. 14, and Pathruzim and Kasluhim. Pathruzim, the region of the south. The south's always that place is parched. We got a little witness there we can look at. Kashluhim is that fortified place even. We remember that's where the Philistines went forth from. The Philistines are those drifters, those wanderers that drifted away from the Word of God a long time ago. And the Caphtorim. And the Caphtorim are those that have crowns. 15. And Canaan begot Sidon, his firstborn in Heth. And Canaan, remember Canaan was those that was humbled or suffered from the humility. He begot Sidon. Sidon are those that fish and kind of in that sense of hunting the fish, hunting the life in the waters. Fishers of souls, sometimes I refer to him too as. His firstborn, and Heth. Heth is the terror. 16. And the Jebusi, and the Ambari, and the Girgashi. And the Jebusi are those of Jebus. Jebus, we'll later on find out, is the same as that city that was taken over. That city of David. And the Ambari and the Girgashi. The Ambari are the sayers, those soothsayers. The Girgashis are those dwellers of clay, those that dwell on the flesh. 17. And the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Sinite, and the Hivi. The Hivi are the villagers, or those that live outside the city of Baran. And the Arki, those that are gnawing, those gnawers that think it over. And the Sini, those of thorns. So the villagers think it over in that place of thorns. And the 18, and the Arvadi, and the Zemari, and Hamati, and afterwards were the families of the Canaanite spread abroad. And the Arvadi. The Arvadi is also going to be included in those sons of Canaan, those that broke loose. The Zemari are the double woolen, and that's those that wear two garments. The Hamati, those of Hamah, and afterwards were the families of the Canaan. And the Canaanites are those of the lowland. Those that are going to be considered those of the lowland, or those that dwell in that area. 19, in the border of the Canaanite was from Zidon. And that's that place of those fishermen, those ones that hunt. From Gerar, that lodging place. Gaza, the strong. Towards Sodom and Gomorrah, that burning or scorched place of submersion that's been hidden. And Admah, Zeboim. Admah, where the red earth shows that fire, and Zeboim are those that are swift unto Lasha. Lasha's the crack or the split open, and with that burning fire, and the earth turns red, and those that go swiftly to that place that is split open. And these are the sons of Khan, and that's that place where it's hot. That's that place that's prepared after their families and their tongues and their lands and in their nations. And this was all of those 21. And unto Shem, the father of all the children of Eber, the elder brother of Japheth, to him also were children born. And unto Shem, Shem's that name. Remember, that was going to be that presence. There was Elam. Elam is eternity. That's those of eternity. And Asher, that progress, that step up, that step forward. Apakashad. Apakashad means those that fell at the breast. Lud, strife is trouble. And Aram, those that are exalted. So there's a little trouble for those that are exalted. And it seems like a little failure of the breast. 23, and the sons of Aram, those that were exalted, were Uts, wooded, Hul, to circle in the forest, or the circle of wood, and Geter is the fear, Mash is drawn out. So in the wilderness, these going around are drawn out. 24, and Arpachshad. Arpachshad was this one who fell at the breast. He gave birth to Shelah. Shelah was that sprout, that little branch, that sprout that begot Eber. They gave birth to Eber. And that's that region beyond. 25, and unto Eber were born 2 sons. Unto that region were born these 2 sons. The one was Peleg, for in his days where the earth was divided, and that's what Peleg means, to be divided or split. And his brother's name was Yoktan, and his brother's name was Yoktan. That means that smallness or that insignificant. So in that division there was insignificance. And Yoktan begot Almodad, and Shalef, and Hazmaveth, and Yera. And Yoktan, that was that insignificance, that small one, begot Almodad. That's that least that was supposed to become great. Almodad it wasn't measured out. It was an insignificant amount. And Shelef, that was drawn forth. Hazmaveth, it is from that village of death. It just wasn't enough drawn out from that place to get the job done. And Yara, that new moon that sits over that village of death. And Hadaram is that noble honor, and that's how we know it. It kind of is like a lesser light. Utsah shall be flooded. And Dikla at that palm grove, and that's that upright place, that little circle of trees we was talking about. 28. And Obah, and Abimael, and Shavah. And Obah is that which was stripped bare. Abimael, because my father is the mighty one. And Shavah, of the oath. And Ophir, and Havilah, 29, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Yobab. All of these were the sons of Yoktan. And Ophir was reduced to ashes, and Havilah was that was going around. And Yobab, those of the desert. And it was reduced to the ashes, those that were wandering around in that dry place. We'll find. These all were the sons of Yoktan. Yoktan is that insignificant amount that was drawn out, 30. And their dwellings what from Mesha, as you go towards Sephar, unto the mountain of the east. And this is where they dwelt, their living place, the places of dwelling were in freedom. They were freed. They had got loose. As you go towards Sephar, and that's that place of recording, that reckoning, in the past, unto that mountain of east, even that high place of enlightenment. History 31. These are the sons of Shem, after their families, after their tongues, in their lands, after their nations. And these were those that went forth from the presence, after their family, after their tongues, their languages, in their lands of the nations. 32. These are the families of the sons of Noah, after their generations, in their nations. And of these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. And these are going to be all those that come forth from Noah. That's the one who remained, who was saved, who got away. We can look at it like that. He managed to escape that wrath. We're going to move forward to Genesis 11. Turn and return.